In 2010, marine biologists dropped a camera nearly a mile down into the Gulf of Mexico and watched a shrimp turn itself into a flamethrower. Not literally, but it sprayed a cloud of glowing blue chemical at a predator and vanished into the dark while the predator stared at the glow, confused. Which raises an obvious question. Why do so many animals on this planet make their own light? Hi, I'm Mara, and this is Microplanet. Glowing isn't rare. It's everywhere once you know where to look. Deep-sea fish, fungi, fireflies, even some worms. But it's not the same trick every time, and it's not for the same reason every time. So let's break down why bioluminescence keeps evolving again and again in totally unrelated branches of the tree of life. There are three main jobs that glowing does for an animal, and the first is defense. Plenty of deep-sea creatures live somewhere so dark that the only light around is whatever light shows up uninvited, like the glow of a predator's own bioluminescent lure. So some animals fight light with light. That shrimp's glowing spray works the same way as a skunk spray, except instead of smell, it's a wall of blinding chemical light that buys a few seconds to escape. Some squid go further and produce light that exactly matches the moonlight filtering down from above, making their silhouette disappear entirely. No glow, no shadow, no meal. The second job is hunting, and this is where things get sneaky. The anglerfish is the most famous example, dangling a glowing lure right above its mouth like bait on a hook. Smaller fish swim toward the light expecting a meal or a mate and get neither. Some species of deep-sea jellyfish use glowing tentacles for the same reason, just with way more limbs to work with. The logic is simple. In a place with almost zero ambient light, anything glowing is irresistible, so predators just build the trap out of light itself. The third job is communication, and this is probably the one you already know best because it happens in your backyard. Fireflies use a glowing abdomen to send a very specific message. I'm here, I'm a firefly, and I'm interested. Each species flashes a slightly different pattern, almost like Morse code, so females can pick out exactly which kind of firefly is signaling to them in the grass. Some marine plankton take it further. When disturbed by, say, a wave or a fish swimming past, huge swarms flash all at once, lighting up entire stretches of coastline at night. It's not romance in that case, it's closer to a group alarm, a warning passed along faster than any of them could shout it. So why does this keep happening over and over in animals that aren't even distantly related? Fireflies, jellyfish, fungi, and deep-sea fish didn't inherit this trick from a shared glowing ancestor. They each invented it independently. And that's actually the most interesting part of this story. The chemistry behind it is almost always some version of the same basic reaction. A molecule called luciferin reacts with oxygen, usually with the help of an enzyme called luciferase, and that reaction releases energy as light instead of heat. It's a strange chemical accident that turns out to be so useful for hiding, for hunting, for talking, that evolution has stumbled onto it independently dozens of separate times across the animal kingdom. And it's not just animals. Certain fungi glow faintly on rotting logs, possibly to attract insects that spread their spores. Even some bacteria glow, clustering together inside the guts of fish or squid, in a partnership where the host gets a built-in flashlight and the bacteria get a safe place to live. Which brings us back to that shrimp in the Gulf of Mexico. Its glowing spray isn't some rare evolutionary fluke. It's one tiny example of a trick life has rediscovered again and again, anywhere it's dark enough for light to actually mean something. Defense, hunting, or talking, in the right conditions, glowing in the dark just keeps paying off.